Hey gorgeous peeps! It's Lisa here from Broadway Beauty Mobile MUAs. Let's talk about Lipsense. And let's do an application video to show you guys how to apply your Lipsense from start to finish to get the most hours wear out of it, and some info about how it works, because Lipsense, aka Magic Lippy, is not your normal lippy. So we all know it's a long-lasting lipstick for up to 18 hours. Wow! But there's some other things that you may not know. So first of all, Lipsense is not a lip stain. It does not stain your lips. It is a very, very colour pigmented product, and the pigment is suspended in cosmetic grade alcohol. As you apply it, the alcohol evaporates, leaving behind the colour pigment, and that colour pigment then bonds to your lips. It creates a molecular bond with your lip skin. Pretty damned awesome. So, as you just heard, it sounded a little bit scientific. It actually is. It has got a huge scientific base to this lipstick, and it works as a system. So if you are purchasing Lipsense for the very first time, you will need your Lipsense choice of a colour, you will need a glossy gloss to seal in your colour, and you're going to need an oops remover, aka emergency get off, because they are a starter kit. They're a starter set designed to work together. And I'm going to explain why. So, when you first start using Lipsense, you basically want to stop using any products on your lips that contain wax. So, any other wax-based lipsticks, wax-based lip balms or lip seals, anything like that. You will find, without you even realising or being able to see, that wearing wax-based products on your lips has literally built up a huge layer or layers over years of a massive wax buildup. You can't see it, but it is there. Now, basically, any kind of wax product is actually quite damaging to your lip skin because it prevents moisture from getting into your lips. So when you apply lip balms and lip seals and that contain wax, quite often when you start applying them, you will find you end up applying them more and more. That's basically because that is what the wax does. It stops moisture from getting into your lips, and it's actually drying out your lips over a long period of time. So you're putting on more and more of those lip balms and lip seals because your lips are actually getting drier and drier. So, first thing you need to do, bin any of those wax-based products. You don't need them. They're not doing your lips any good. This is all you need. The Glossy Gloss is going to repair, moisturise and hydrate your lips. So, when you first start using Lipsense, in all honesty, you're not going to get 18 hours wear out of it straight away because, like I just said, you will have a build-up of years' worth of lip wax-based products on your lips that you can't see, most probably. So your lips, first of all, go through a hydration period when you first start using Lipsense. When you apply Lipsense, your gloss actually permeates through the colour, and the gloss has got beautiful ingredients like shea butter and vitamin E that work to hydrate and moisturise your lips. They work to condition your lips. So if you've got any cracks, any dryness, they are going to heal that absolutely in no time at all. They're also going to condition your lips, and you're going to find your lips are actually going to start to look a little fuller, because when your lips are dry, they look quite crinkled. A bit like when you've been in the bath and you get out and your toes and fingers are wrinkled. It's exactly the same kind of thing. So when your lips then start soaking in this gorgeous moisture, they're going to gradually get very slightly plumper, and hydration is going to make them go to the fullest potential, basically. So when you first start wearing it, your lips will go through what we call a hydration period. The two combined, the gloss is literally, first of all, working to condition your lips, to get rid of all those years of wax build-up on your lips. Once all the wax build-up is gone, it will then be working to heal your lips, heal any cracks, any dryness, and it will then start to hydrate your lips and condition them until your lips literally feel like a baby's bum. They're going to be so soft and smooth. It's amazing. To speed up this hydration process, a brilliant thing you can do is to actually pop some of the Glossy Gloss on its own overnight before you go to bed, because the glosses can be worn all by themselves or over the top of your chosen lip colour to seal in the colour. But they work amazingly just by themselves. If you're worried about not having a lip balm or something like that to put on your lips, use the Glossy Gloss on its own, because it doesn't have any wax in it. It's not going to create any wax build-up. It's going to get rid of the build-up, and it's going to really, really quickly condition your lips. The better condition your lips are in, the longer your Lipsense lip colour is going to last on your lips. It also works over time, because in the beginning you've got this hydration period going on. Your lips are adjusting to stopping wearing wax-based products on your lips. They're also adjusting to wearing a totally different kind of product on your lips. So as all this is going on, your Lipsense is going to last, don't get me wrong, but it's not going to last as long as it will eventually. So give it time. Don't try it once or twice and think, oh no, it's only lasting like 4 to 6 hours. Give it a chance. Give it a chance to do its job, to get rid of all those years worth of build up on your lips and to really condition your lips to be the best possible, smoothest, most lovely feeling lips that you can possibly have. Because that is when your Lipsense is then going to start to last longer and longer. If you use any wax products in between using your Lipsense, like say one day you decide to wear your Lipsense colour, but then the next day you decide to wear an old wax-based lipstick, that is going to hinder the process, because you are still feeding your lips with wax whilst the Lipsense and the gloss are trying to remove it and to repair and condition. So it's going to be a bit of a vicious circle. So you really, really need to just use the Lipsense and the gloss. Also, the more often you wear your Lipsense on a regular basis, the longer and longer your Lipsense is going to last. So if you was to only wear your Lipsense once a week, even if you're then not wearing any other wax-based products, it's still going to take a lot longer time period for your Lipsense to start lasting longer and longer once you've got it on. If you were to wear it every single day, the process is going to speed up. It's going to be magnified so, so much. And you will be finding, literally within a few weeks, this baby's going to be lasting you 18 hours. Without a doubt. So, there are a few exceptions. There's a few people, very, very minimal, but there are a few people that do find, unfortunately, that Lipsense does not last very long for them. That tends to be, in general, a medication that that person is on that interferes with how Lipsense works, because whatever medication it is, it's generally that it's affecting the pH levels of your lips, because Lipsense bonds and works with the pH level of your lips. There's no specific medication this does this for. It could be a different medication for each of the very few people that it doesn't last very well for, because it's literally how that medication is affecting the pH of your lips. But it is very few and far between that this happens for. So really give it a try. Don't give up in the first week or so. It can take up to a month for your Lipsense to start really lasting incredibly long hours. Because I've been wearing Lipsense now for almost 3 years, exclusively with no other wax products on my lips, I quite often now get way over 18 hours. I'm not saying everyone's going to get that, but the more frequently you wear it, the more you don't wear any other wax-based products, the longer and longer your Lipsense is going to last. Also, you might find that different Lipsense finishes last better on you personally. The Lipsense colours come in 3 main finish styles. They do matte finish, which is this one. They do a shimmer finish and a frost finish. Sometimes different people find that a different finish works better for them. Some people find the shimmer finishes last longer on them personally. Other people find the matte finish ones last longer for them. It's a kind of, a trial and error. So, also, the biggest thing to making your Lipsense last the most is the application process. So we are going to go through the application process. The first most important thing you need to do when you're going to apply your Lipsense is make sure you have clean and dry lips. So this is Witch Hazel Cleanser, and this is my preferred cleaner of choice. However, if you find Witch Hazel a little too stringent for your lips, then you can use micellar water as an alternative as well. So I'm literally just going to clean our lips really, really well with the Witch Hazel Cleanser. But like I say, you could use micellar water if you wish to, if you prefer to. So, just giving them a really, really good clean. The reason being, because Lipsense is going to create a molecular bond with your lips, you want them to be as clean as possible so that nothing is going to get in between that bond to prevent it from not bonding as well, basically. So, for example, I don't know how well you can see in the camera, but you can see on there a slight touch of my tinted moisturiser from where I applied my makeup before I've put my lippy on. But it will also remove anything, like even if you haven't put any tinted moisturiser or foundation on, you will still have maybe toothpaste, dirt, dust, bacteria, food, all sorts of things on your lips. So you want to really give them a good clean to make sure you get rid of anything that's on there that could get in the way of creating that bond. So, the next important thing, always shake your Lipsense. Because the colour pigment is suspended in the cosmetic grade alcohol, you want to give it a really, really good shake to make sure that that colour pigment mixes with the alcohol so that you don't get a streaky finish. So just give it a really, really good shake up for 30 seconds to a minute before you start. Now when we apply Lipsense in 3 layers. Basically the first layer that you apply is going to be eroded by your saliva and by anything inside your mouth. The second layer is what we call the sandwich layer, and that's the most protected layer. Then you're going to place the third layer on, and the third layer is what's going to get eroded by environmental things, dust, dirt, heat, food, drink and things like that. So you've got the first and the third layers on the outside, they're the ones that get eroded the quickest, and you've got your middle layer, the second layer, that is your sandwich, and that's like your staying layer, if you like. The other two get eroded first, which is why you need the 3 layers. Now, when you apply Lipsense, it may look like there's virtually none on your wand when I show you this, but you really, really do need 3 very thin layers. If you apply it too thickly, it's just going to start coming off in sort of little clumpy bits because you've got too much on there. So, I'm going to take a mirror to do this because it's easier than trying to do it in the camera. So when you first take your wand, you want to wipe off any excess. Now I know there doesn't look a lot of excess on there, but you still want to wipe that off. So you literally wipe off any excess colour because you really do want 3 very thin layers. Then when you apply, you're going to apply in one direction only. So no going backwards and forwards like you would with a normal waxy lipstick. I like to start by starting at my Cupid's bow and going all the way to one side, and then doing the same, go the Cupid's bow all the way to the other side. And then when I do the bottom, I do the same on the bottom, going from the outer corner to the middle, outer corner to the middle. But on the, if you wish to, if you find it easier to, you could go from one side right the way over to the other. It's entirely up to you. Just only go in one direction. And you will have enough on your wand, most probably, depending on the size of your lips. If you do dip back into the tube, always wipe off the excess again. So I'm going to start here. So this is layer 1. And you can see I'm going in one direction only. Like so. Don't forget your waterline, because your waterline is going to wear off quicker than obviously the rest of your lips due to saliva, food, drink, etc. So I'm going to do the other side. There we go. And do the button. And you can see I'm still only going in one direction over the lips. Like so. So that is layer 1. And I haven't even had to dip the wand back into the tube. So this time, I'm going to start on this side of the lips, just to make sure that the colour's even. But I'm still going to go in one direction only. And just give it a few seconds between each layer to let each layer fully dry. So when you touch it, it should then feel slightly kind of tacky because you haven't got the sealing gloss on, but it should then feel dry. Like so. Ta-da! And so you're then ready to do your next layer. So let's do layer 2. Again, I'm going to wipe off the excess because you really don't want any excess on that wand. So this time I'm going to start this side, but I'm still only going in one direction. So that's layer 2 on that side. And that side. There you go, layer 2. Also, in between layers, don't touch your lips together. Just just like if you were to go backwards and forwards, all it's going to do is take some of that colour back off, giving you a patchy finish. So if you touch your lips together, again, that's just going to pull the colour off and give you little patchy bits until you put your sealing gloss on. So let's just check. Yeah, it feels slightly tacky, which it's meant to, until we put the sealing gloss on, but that layer feels dry. So let's do the third and final layer. There you go. You might sound like Darth Vader in the meantime, because obviously you're going to have to suck back that saliva. So let's wipe off any excess again, and we'll do the third and last layer. So there you go, third and final layer done. So again, we're just going to wait for that last final layer to dry. As normal, I've got a tiny touch on my teeth because I'm talking as I'm applying it, but just bear with me and we'll sort that out in a moment. So that is nearly there. I'm going to go in and seal it in with the glossy gloss. So yeah. So let's put on the glossy gloss. Now the gloss, you can go in any direction you want, and you can go backwards and forwards because it's not the lip colour, it's just sealing in your lipstick. So it doesn't matter for this. There you go. Make sure you always get enough gloss in those little corners, and don't forget your waterline. But look, absolutely nothing will come off on your gloss wand. I'm going to stick a bit more on. Always seal it in really well. Don't be afraid of using too much gloss, because you can't use too much gloss. And because it's got all those gorgeous moisturisers and conditioners in here, it's only going to do your lips the utmost good. So, now I've sealed it in, I'm just going to use my little cotton pad that I used to clean my lips in the first place to get it off my teeth, because I was talking to you guys. So, that is the only time you will ever get Lipsense on your teeth. You know, like when you go out for a meal and stuff like that, or you've gone out for a drink and someone says, lipstick on your teeth. You are never going to get that with Lipsense. Now, once you've applied your sealing gloss, that is when it is absolutely budge proof, smudge proof, water resistant. It's incredible. So, it's also food and drink proof. Da, 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 da. And it's also kiss proof. Absolutely nothing. The only thing that's going to come off initially is a touch of the gloss. It takes around 30 minutes for the gloss to fully soak through and permeate through your colour into your lips. So if you are not a huge glossy fan, it will take the edge off. After about half an hour, it's going to soak through, and it's going to kind of look, if I sort of blot it again, it's then going to kind of end up with this sort of finish in the end. But it's not a true matte finish either. So if you do prefer a matte finish, or you would like a tinted gloss to switch up your colour, or a glitter gloss, you can absolutely put those over the top to totally change your lip colour as well. However, I would always advise sealing in your Lipsense with glossy gloss first, because it is the most hydrating and moisturising of all the glosses. So seal it in with that first, either let it soak in or blot it, and then go over the top with your chosen gloss. Even if it's a matte gloss, still seal in with glossy first, because then your lips are going to get the fullest hydration they possibly can, and it's going to help condition your lips quicker, and the more conditioned your lips are, the longer your Lipsense is going to last. Just trying to remember what else I need to tell you guys. So, throughout the day, especially if you are a new wearer to Lipsense, you need to top up your glossy gloss, because it's the gloss that seals in your colour and keeps it lasting for up to 18 hours. So, particularly in the beginning, when you want to speed up the conditioning and hydration phase as well, just top your gloss up every few hours. Because it's clear, you don't even need a mirror. You can literally just grab it, smudge a bit on, job done. In the beginning, it can be a little bit, if you're not used to a lipstick like this, you do have to kind of remind yourself to do it. Because obviously with a normal lipstick, you might not be used to putting on a sealing top coat, as it were. Also, just top up your glossy gloss before you have a meal or a hot drink, something like that, because it will act as a protector to your lip colour as well, and keep it lasting longer throughout the day. And then at the end of the day, use your Oops Remover to remove it, because the Oops Remover is fantastic. Because actually, if you make any little mistakes when you're applying it, because it comes with a little lip wand, you can use it just to erase any tiny little mistakes that you might make. But it's also brilliant for removing your Lipsense at the end of the day as well. You've got to remember, it works as a system. So it's really important to use the Oops Remover to remove your Lipsense, because the Glossy Gloss is working so hard to really get your lips in the best condition they've ever been in. If you try and rub your Lipsense off at the end of the day without a remover, all you're going to be doing is undoing all that amazing goodness. So all those moisturisers that you've been pumping into your lips are going to be undone unless you remove it with your Oops Remover. So I will do a separate removal video, but basically it's the same thing in reverse. You use Oops Remover, coat it over your Lipsense, give it a few 2 or 3 minutes, smooch your lips together, and use a warm washcloth or something like that to wipe it off. Don't forget, because you've got 3 layers of Lipsense, depending on how long you've had your Lipsense on, it may take longer to remove it. If you've only had your Lipsense on for a couple of hours, the bond will still be pretty strong, because the bond breaks down over time, over the longer you've been wearing your Lipsense. So if you've had it on for 12 hours, it's going to come off a lot quicker than if you've only had it on for 2 hours, for example. And if you've only had it on for a short amount of time, because you apply Lipsense in 3 layers, you may need 3 layers of Oops Remover to fully get it off. But budge proof, smudge proof, long lasting, gorgeous, kissable, moisturised lips. Amazing. Hey everyone! So as I was recording the video that you've just watched, I forgot to speak to you guys about the Tingle. So I just thought I'd quickly do a little add-on to add on at the end of the video. So when you have never used Lipsense before, if you are totally new to using it, because Lipsense contains cosmetic grade alcohol, if your lips are very dry, which they are quite likely to be in the beginning, due to, as at the beginning of the video we were explaining about years of wax buildup, making your lips very dehydrated and very dry, even if they don't look dry. So because the product contains cosmetic grade alcohol, when you first apply it, you may feel a tingle. Now, the tingle is absolutely nothing to worry about. It is just purely where your lips are dry. So the cosmetic alcohol is going into the dryness, into any cracks and any sort of tears in your lips. Now, as soon as you have applied your Glossy Gloss to seal in your lip colour, that tingle should absolutely stop straight away. If for any reason the tingle does not stop as soon as you've applied your Glossy Gloss, you need to remove it using your Oops Remover straight away, as it's very rare, but just in case of an allergic reaction of any kind, if you're feeling anything more than a tingle, as in any more than, I wouldn't say it has a stinging sensation, it is definitely a tingle and a bit of a, ooh, because your lips are dry. If you're feeling more than that, if for any reason like your lips are feeling like they're burning, or like I say, when you've applied the gloss, the tingle hasn't gone away, please use your Oops Remover straight away to remove the Lipsense, and contact Becky or I here at Broadway Beauty straight away for further advice. As soon as you've removed your Lipsense, you may need 3 lots of Oops Remover to soak in to get your Lipsense off, because you've only just applied it and you apply 3 layers of Lipsense to get that bond. So you may need 3 layers of the Oops Remover to remove it, particularly when you've only just applied it. But it will come off. As soon as you've done that, I would suggest putting on just the Glossy Gloss on its own to really hydrate and moisturise your lips, and then please contact us. It's incredibly rare that anyone has a reaction to the Lipsense, but just to be on the safe side so that you guys know. But like I say, in the beginning, you may very well find that because your lips are dry and dehydrated, you do feel a tingling sensation until you apply the sealing gloss. And once you've applied your sealing gloss, it should take that tingle away. The more often that you then wear your Lipsense, the more frequently, the more your lips will adjust to wearing the Lipsense, the better condition your lips will become, and the more hydrated and moisturised from wearing the gloss. And then as your lips get into a much better condition, and the best they can possibly be, you will find the tingling sensation goes completely and totally subsides, and you won't actually get that feeling anymore. But if you have absolutely any issues with your Lipsense or any other products that you've got from Becky or I here at Broadway Beauty Mobile MUAs, then please feel free to contact us. We are always more than willing and want to help you guys out with anything that you need. Bye for now.